In 690 AD, a woman did something no one in 3,000 years of Chinese history had ever done. She didn't marry into power. She didn't rule through a son. She declared herself emperor, wearing the dragon robes, taking the male title, conquering the throne. Her name was Zetian. And 40 years earlier, she was a concubine. The lowest rank. Powerless. Dismissed as nobody. The men who underestimated her. She destroyed them. The system that tried to erase her. She conquered it. This is the greatest revenge story in history. By the time Wu dies in 705 AD, she's ruled China for half a century. Not as a wife pulling strings behind a screen. Not as a mother controlling her puppet son. As emperor. She wears the yellow dragon robes, the uniform only male emperors can wear. She performs the sacred rituals at the Temple of Heaven that only emperors perform. When she speaks, the entire imperial court, thousands of officials, falls silent. She eliminated every rival. Survived multiple coups and assassination attempts. Founded her own dynasty, ending the Tang dynasty that had ruled for generations. But here's what makes this absolutely insane. Wu started with nothing. No royal blood. No aristocratic family. No power whatsoever. Just a 14-year-old girl from a merchant family entering a palace where thousands of women competed for attention, and most died forgotten. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. To understand how Wu achieved the impossible, we need to see what they did to her first. We need to see the injustice that sparked her revenge. 624 AD. Wu Zetian is born to a merchant family in Wenshui. Her father sells timber. He has money, good money. But in Tang Dynasty China, money without noble blood means absolutely nothing. Here's what you need to understand. Tang society operates on brutal hierarchy. At the top, the emperor and ancient noble families whose bloodlines stretch back centuries. Below them, scholar officials who pass impossible civil service exams. And below them, merchants like Wu's father. Confucian philosophy says merchants are parasites. They don't create anything, they just buy and sell what others make. No matter how rich Wu's family becomes, they are considered socially inferior to scholars, farmers, even craftsmen. Wu is born female in a merchant family. That's 2 strikes against her before she takes her first breath. Strike 3 comes when she's 12. Her father dies. Without his protection, the family's already weak status crumbles further. Wu's half-brothers from her father's first marriage. They inherit almost everything. Wu, her mother, and her sister get scraps. Under normal circumstances, Wu's story ends here. She'd marry some low-level official if she's lucky. Manage a household. Bear sons. Die forgotten. That was the script for merchant-class girls. But Wu's mother does something dangerous. Something that will change everything. She teaches Wu to read. To write. To study philosophy, poetry, history. By age 13, Wu can debate Confucian classics with scholars. She can compose poetry. She can discuss military strategy. These are dangerous skills for a woman. Education makes you ambitious. Ambition makes you a threat. And Wu is about to become the biggest threat China has ever seen. 638 AD. Wu is 14 years old. And something impossible happens. Emperor Taizong, the second emperor of the Tang dynasty, legendary warrior, one of China's greatest rulers, hears about this merchant's daughter. She's beautiful, yes. But the palace is full of beautiful women. What catches his attention is that she's educated. Sharp. Articulate. Wu receives an imperial summons. She's being called to the palace to join the emperor's harem. Now, this sounds like an opportunity. It's not. It's a death sentence for ambition. Here's why. Wu enters as a 5th-rank concubine, literally the lowest rank possible. The imperial harem has thousands of women across 5 ranks. 5th-rank concubines don't even get private rooms. They share quarters with dozens of other women. They serve tea, play music, maybe catch a glimpse of the emperor during ceremonies. That's it. Most fifth-rank concubines live and die without the emperor learning their names. They are human furniture. But here's the truly brutal part. When an emperor dies, there's a tradition. All his childless concubines are sent to Buddhist monasteries for the rest of their lives. It's considered respectful, they are supposed to pray for the dead emperor's soul. But it's actually exile. Permanent political death. Once you're in that monastery, you are erased from power forever. No influence. No future. Just prayer and poverty until you die. Wu is 14 years old, entering a system designed to use her youth and beauty, then discard her. The odds of her ever gaining real power? Essentially zero. And Emperor Taizong is already in his 40s. His health is declining. Wu's window is closing before it even opens. This is the impossible situation. This is what they expected would break her. Wu doesn't play the game other concubines play. While they focus on beauty and entertainment, trying to catch the emperor's eye, Wu plays a completely different strategy. She studies the palace power structure. She identifies who actually has influence, not just titles, but real power. The high-ranking empress. The favored consorts. The eunuchs who control access to the emperor. The officials who manage daily palace operations. And Wu makes herself valuable to these people. She's educated, so she can write letters, draft documents, organize schedules. She runs errands. Offers favors. Never asks for anything in return, yet. She's building a network. Piece by piece. Emperor Taizong does eventually notice her. But he's aging. His health is failing. And Wu realizes she's running out of time. So Wu does something that shows she's willing to risk everything. There's a strict rule in the palace. Imperial concubines cannot have relationships with imperial princes. It's considered a form of treason, it threatens the succession, creates inappropriate loyalties. The punishment. Execution. Wu breaks this rule. She begins a secret relationship with Prince Li Ji, Emperor Taizong's son. The heir to the throne. Think about what this means. If discovered, Wu dies. Immediately. Probably after torture. But Wu is gambling everything that when Taizong dies, Prince Li Ji will remember her. That he'll save her from the monastery. That this forbidden connection will become her escape route. It's brilliant. It's desperate. It's insane. And it works. 649 AD. Emperor Taizong dies. Wu is sent to Ganya Temple to become a Buddhist nun. She's 25 years old. By all appearances, her Wu doesn't just want to be a high-ranking consort. She wants Empress Wang's position. And that means destroying both Wang and consort Xiao. Here's where Wu's story gets dark. And this is important, because it shows exactly how ruthless you have to be to break an unbreakable system. To become Empress, Wu needs to destroy both Empress Wang and consort Xiao. The historical record, written by Confucian scholars who hated Wu, says she did something monstrous. In 654, Wu gives birth to a daughter. Empress Wang visits to see the baby, a gesture of goodwill. When Wang leaves, the infant is found dead. Wu accuses Empress Wang of murdering her child out of jealousy. Now, we need to talk about this. Some modern historians think Wu actually killed her own daughter and framed Wang. Others think the baby died naturally, and Wu seized the opportunity. Still others think the whole story is propaganda invented by male historians after Wu's death. We'll never know the truth. But what's definitely true is this: Wu used the baby's death to destroy her rivals. And it worked. By 655, both Empress Wang and consort Xiao are arrested on charges of witchcraft and treason. Capital crimes. They are stripped of their titles, thrown in palace dungeons, then executed. And according to historical accounts, Wu orders particularly brutal deaths. Their hands and feet cut off, then they are thrown into vats of wine to drown. Whether Wu killed her own daughter or not, one thing is certain: she was willing to do whatever it took. No mercy. No hesitation. And Wu Zetian becomes Empress. But she's not satisfied with just being Empress. That's not revenge enough. She's going to go further than any woman in Chinese history. Now Wu is Empress. But she doesn't stop there. Because being Empress isn't enough. An Empress still serves a man. Still operates within his power. Wu starts attending court sessions. This is unprecedented. Imperial wives are supposed to stay in the inner palace, separated from government. That's the rule. Wu breaks it. At first, she sits behind a silk screen, technically hidden, so it's acceptable. But then she starts offering opinions through the screen. Then Gaozong starts asking for her advice. Then the screen comes down and she's sitting beside him openly during court, participating in government decisions. The male officials are furious. This violates every Confucian principle about cosmic order. But what can they do? Then around 660, Gaozong's health collapses. He suffers what's probably a stroke. Severe headaches. Vision problems. He can't handle running an empire. So Wu does it instead. She makes government decisions. Appoints officials. Commands the military. At first, it's supposedly in Gaozong's name. But everyone knows, Wu is running China. Some officials accept this. Others resist. And anyone who opposes Wu ends up demoted, exiled, or dead. Wu builds a network of informants, a secret police. If you criticize her in private, she finds out. If you plot against her, she crushes you before you can act. Between 660 and 683, dozens of high-ranking officials are purged. Noble families who think their ancient bloodlines give them the right to challenge her. Destroyed. Confucian scholars who write about how women shouldn't govern. Silenced. When Gaozong finally dies in 683, Wu has been the real ruler of China for over 20 years. But now comes her greatest test. Her greatest threat. The moment when everything she built could collapse. 683 AD. Gaozong is dead. Wu's son, Li Zhe, becomes Emperor Zhongzong. Wu takes the title Empress Dowager, the emperor's mother. Technically retired from power. Wu has zero intention of retiring. Within 6 weeks, her son makes a stupid mistake. He wants to promote his wife's father to high office. When officials object, Emperor Zhongzong says, "What's wrong with giving my father-in-law the empire if I want to? It's arrogant. It's foolish." And Wu uses it as an excuse. She deposes her own son after just 6 weeks. Exiles him. Then installs her fourth son, Li Dan, as Emperor Ruizong. He's even weaker, a complete puppet. Everyone knows, Wu Zetian is the real ruler. But in 684, the biggest threat emerges. Xu Jingye, a Tang loyalist official, launches a full military rebellion. He issues a public manifesto that spreads across China. Wu Zetian murdered the Empress. She killed princes. She installed and deposed emperors at will. She has destroyed proper order. A woman holding authority violates the way of heaven and earth. We must restore rightful rule. Several regional commanders join him. Thousands of soldiers march toward the capital. For the first time in decades, Wu faces a genuine military threat. Her own officials panic. Some suggest she should step back, let her son rule genuinely, restore normal order. Wu Zetian does not step back. She addresses her court. And she essentially says, "You think I'm afraid of rebels who don't like that a woman holds power? I've spent 40 years surviving in this palace. I've eliminated rivals more dangerous than Xu Jingye. I've governed this empire better than any of you could. Do you really think I'm going to yield because some Confucian scholars are offended?" Then she destroys the rebellion. Methodically. Brutally. She rallies military commanders loyal to her, generals she promoted based on merit, not birth. They owe her everything. She also mobilizes scholar officials who rose through her expanded civil service exams. Under the old noble system, they'd never have power. Under Wu's system, they do. These people support Wu because she's been good for them. Within 2 months, the rebellion collapses. Xu Jingye is killed. His co-conspirators are executed. Regional commanders who joined him are replaced. And Wu learns something crucial. As long as she's ruling through an emperor, even a puppet, she's vulnerable to challenges about legitimacy. So Wu decides to do something no woman in 3,000 years of Chinese history has ever done. She's going to stop pretending. She's going to become emperor herself. Over the next 6 years, Wu lays the groundwork carefully. She promotes Buddhism. Buddhist texts don't say women can't rule, unlike Confucian texts. She commissions scriptures prophesying a female ruler bringing a golden age. She builds massive Buddhist monuments. She continues purging opponents. The Tang old guard, nobles, traditionalists, are systematically removed. And in 690, at age 65, Wu Zetian makes her move. She forces her son to abdicate. Only female emperor actually Dio with effectively. And for that, history tried to erase her. They failed. Let me tell you why Wu Zetian's story is the ultimate revenge. For 3,000 years of Chinese civilization, women were told they couldn't rule. Confucian philosophy said it violated cosmic order. Women were supposed to obey fathers, obey husbands, obey sons. Wu Zetian broke every single one of those rules. She didn't just gain power, she claimed it openly. She wore the emperor's robes. She sat on the dragon throne. She dared anyone to stop her. And when they tried, when rebels rose up, when officials plotted, when Confucian scholars wrote their manifestos, she crushed them all. For 15 years, she ruled the most populous, most powerful empire on earth. Not through a husband. Not through a son. As emperor. But here's the real revenge. After she died, Confucian historians spent centuries trying to destroy her reputation. They called her a monster. They invented stories to make her seem evil. They buried her achievements under accusations of murder and witchcraft. And for over 1,000 years, it worked. Wu Zetian was remembered as a villain. A cautionary tale. But they couldn't erase what she actually did. The evidence survived. The empire she expanded. The systems she reformed. The prosperity she brought. Modern historians looking at the facts see something different. They see a woman who was no more ruthless than dozens of male emperors, but was judged far more harshly because of her gender. They tried to erase her. They failed. Wu Zetian's name survives. Her story survives. And she remains, to this day, the only woman in 3,000 years of Chinese history to become emperor. Not because other women couldn't, but because the system made absolutely certain no one would follow. Wu proved it was possible. And that terrified them so much, they made sure it would never happen again. That's power. That's legacy. That's revenge. Wu Zetian. Born 624 AD to a merchant family. Died 705 AD, as the only female emperor in Chinese history. They called her a concubine. She became emperor. They tried to erase her. They failed. This is revenge. Next week on Crowned in History, Hollywood called her just a pretty face. So she invented the technology that would become Wi-Fi. Hedy Lamarr's revenge story, you won't want to miss it. If you want more women's history revenge stories, subscribe. New video every Saturday. And let me know in the comments, do you think Wu Zetian was a brilliant leader, who did what was necessary, or did she go too far? I want to hear what you think. They tried to erase her. We are bringing her back.